Shalom to Professor Daniel Shepshelovich of the Ichilov Hospital in Tel Aviv.
Hi.
So as a doctor in Israel, how do you see the news from the Pfizer company regarding the COVID vaccine?
So first, those are preliminary results, but hopefully we will have an FDA-approved vaccine within a month and a half or 2 months. So we know that a lot of countries have already signed deals with Pfizer, and we know that Israel still doesn't have a signed deal. We know the government of Israel tries to secure several million doses of vaccines from Pfizer as soon as possible. Hopefully around half of 2021 we'll have the doses here. However, it's important to remember that it's very reasonable to expect that within the next few weeks other companies who also are in the middle of phase 3 large randomized controlled trials will also have comparable results. So basically what it means is maybe in retrospect, we will think that was the first day of the beginning of the end of this pandemic, which is great news.
Now, we also, of course, reported regarding the Israeli efforts to reach a vaccine. This competition is good.
So a lot of products is good, both because then we will be able to compare several products. Also price-wise, obviously pricing is better if you have several options. It's also a proof of concept that Israel is capable of producing something on this order by itself. So that's a good thing. I believe Israel will have access to vaccines made by either Pfizer or other large internationals, but obviously to have a good vaccine, homemade, made in Israel, totally controlled by Israel and accessible to the people in Israel is obviously a good thing.
Now, we're talking about a yearly vaccine or something that you take once in a lifetime?
We're still not sure. This is a new virus, but it looks like a one-time vaccine will take care of a large part of this pandemic. We know there are mutations. It's hard to predict if any additional mutations will require adjustments, yearly adjustments to the vaccine. But at this point, it looks like it will not be like with the flu when we need a new vaccine every year, but more like with measles when you can do it once and be done with it.
As a senior doctor at the Ichilov Hospital, you're very familiar with this pandemic. We've learned a lot throughout the past few months, right?
We learned a lot. When this started, it was basically a new disease, which does not occur often these days. And we didn't know a lot of things, but with time, experience, a lot of publications in medical literature, a lot of communication between people who treat COVID, different countries in the States, in Europe, in the East. We learned how to better treat, how to approach the patients, when to intubate, which drugs to give when. So obviously we're starting getting better results. But this is obviously still a dangerous disease with the progress made in treatment. And the vaccine would be great news.
Professor Daniel Shepshelovich of the Ichilov Hospital in Tel Aviv, thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you so much.